What's going on, Spike? Say hi. You hungry? Yeah, I bet you are. Come on. Get some of these. I gotta pick these up. Yummy. There's a lot of stuff in here. Let's see. If I can turn off your lights. There you go. Eat that. Eat that. You gonna eat? Come on. You're just happy to see me. You gonna eat? Go on. Eat your food. See it eventually. There you go. Nom, 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 nom. Alright. You ready to get into the video? Let's do this, people. Okay, first and foremost, I would like to start off by saying I hope everyone is well and you're washing your hands and staying inside. So we're going to get right into this video. It's a haul video. If you like this type of content, please smash that like button, hit the bell notification, share this video with your friends, hit that bell notification so that you get notified every time I post new videos like this. If this is the type of content you like, let's get into it. Okay, so this here, I actually sold a quantity of 2. I don't know why it's saying 1 here, but this was just a regular Flynn O'Hara. When you ever see that brand, when you see this label, this is a school uniform. You'll see them in like pants. You'll see the vests, and you know, like Catholic school type of uniforms. So I got a decent price for them. I sold both of them. I don't even really remember where I picked them up at. Those are pretty old. So not a bad score right there. I sold both that were left, and I think it was like $20-something total. So I was just kind of glad to see them go. They were sitting for a while. They're okay to pick up. You got to price them right. Do your research on what they're worth. This isn't that old. I haven't had this for too long, maybe a couple months. I just picked this up not too long ago, but I believe this is it's an older label, but not a really old label, so probably from the 2000s. Not sure if that could have been defined vintage, but whenever you see it like this with the pockets, and this is called a barn coat. So, and they come in all different all different types, like LL Bean makes them. So, not a bad flip on that. A little bit over $30 for that. These are puzzles that I just picked up at that barn sale slash garage, whatever you want to call it. But I picked up 3 puzzles. I picked up 2 of them were the New York skyline, and the other one was the Happy Days Diner with all the antique cars on it. That one sold right away, and these 2 followed. One sold one day, one sold the next. So I actually did sell all 3 of them, which pretty much just paid for, and they sold for decent money. So I believe this puzzle sold for more than that. I'm not sure. I think it was over $20 I got for that puzzle. It might have been under 20, but not too bad for, you know, for what I paid for them. This Nike bag's been sitting for a little while, not too long, few months. This is vintage. Whenever you see this Nike, this golf sign, that's the older sign. This was a faux leather, like fake leather. Not a bad looking bag, a little bit worn. So I got a decent amount for that. I got $20-something for that. This was sitting for a while. I'm really not too into women's clothing. It takes a while to sell. Got my coffee. My coffee and Spike wake me up in the morning. So I got to feed Spike and take my coffee. Alright, so it was pretty cool. I had a big design on the back. These don't sell for a ton of money. If you could pick them up for $1 or so, they're kind of worth picking up. Maybe. Victoria's Secret is kind of dying down. It's not a real high-end brand to begin with. There's the other one, the other New York Skyline puzzle. So there was 2. That one sold as well. People are buying like games and things like that. What did I do? I don't know what I did. Okay, so we're going to go back to that one since I just lost my window. Where did it go? It disappeared. Okay, so toys are selling right now. I'm selling DVDs, all kinds of things because everybody's kind of staying inside. This one had some issues right here on the side. It could have been from the heat maybe that kind of melted it away. I'm not sure what that is, but make sure you're testing these whenever you pick up these Guitar Hero slash Guitar Band or whatever they are. Make sure you're testing them, make sure they work, because it's a pain in the butt to ship them. You got to build a box, blah blah blah, unless you have a custom box that they will fit in. This one actually came apart. Let's see if I can get a closer look. Right in here, that clips down, it actually locks, and the neck actually came off of that, so I could put it in a smaller box, because the longer the box, the more it's going to cost depending on where it's going. So that worked out pretty good. I made a decent amount off that guitar. Not bad for a guitar that was, that had a flaw. This is just my stock photo from my DVDs. I sell them in lots of 50. They're gone. I bought a lady's her whole collection for her. I guess she was like a flea marketer, and she wanted to get out of the business, and I bought her whole business off of her for like $300, which was an entire room of DVDs, CDs, small electronics, books, all kinds of stuff. And I mostly sold through that. It's been a couple years, been like 2 years. I still have tons of CDs. They're a little bit harder to sell, so I'm getting about $25 a lot on these. I actually had the weight wrong on this, and one sold the other day, and it was listed at 5 pounds. So 50 DVDs is not 5 pounds. It was actually 11 pounds. So I ended up forking out $5 extra for the media mail for that. So I screwed up on that. I did go back and fix it. This was a Jerry Springer. This is old. This is from, it's probably from the 90s. I think there's a date on it somewhere. I don't see the date. Maybe on the bottom. Maybe not. No, I don't think there was a date on that. But anything from the Jerry Springer show, I'm just guessing that it was old. And I got a decent amount for it. I got 20-something dollars for that cup. I'm sure I didn't pay that much for it, so not a bad flip. This Street Fighter game's been sitting for a while. I took an offer on it just to get it move it out the door. I got a little over $10 for it. I think I took an offer for like $9.99 or something like. Well, wait, $7.50. No. I made a little over $10 on it. Not a big flip, but I was kind of glad to see that go. This I just picked up a few months ago. This was new. New without tag. I could tell from the material that it was brand new. It was never washed. This is a bar in Key West, Florida called Half Shell Raw Bar. The only reason I picked this up is because it was vintage. Whenever you see that three color tag, that's the older tag from the 90s, maybe early 2000s. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not an expert on the Champion tags, but I got a decent amount for that. I got close to $30 for that, so I was kind of glad to see it go. Things if you need the money right now, dollar is key right now. That's what you need to do. You need to let some things go and figure out how you're going to source. You need to be bringing this income in now, because if you don't sell anything, then you're not going to make any money. So if you need to take a little bit less for some of your items, then that's what you need to do. You need to make that sacrifice and just keep moving. I take losses on items all the time. It happens. You get used to it. You'll make money back off of another item. It'll even itself out, and you will make money. Sometimes you got to say, well, you know what? I picked that item up. It was a bad item. I won't pick it up anymore. I'm just going to sell it and let it go. And then it's done. It's done and over with. So just a vintage Champion full zip hoodie. Got rid of that. This has been sitting for a really long time. I had it listed high. The problem with it is that it had a damaged box, and people were real weary to buy it. Lady asked me a dozen questions. Make sure that you're answering people's questions. Sometimes you might get irritated, but you got to understand it's part of the job. When people ask you questions about your item, you need to answer them as fast as you can, and best you can. I try to answer my questions within, as soon as I get the question. If I'm sleeping or it's in the middle of the night, sometimes my phone will go off and I'll see it and I'll look at it and I'll answer the question even though it's at nighttime, and I'll make a sale. So, I mean, as soon as you answer people's questions, a lot of times people will mislead you and they will ask 100 questions and they won't buy it. So, I mean, it's not always in your favor, but it's part of the job. So when people ask questions, make sure that you answer their questions as soon as you can. So, got a decent amount for that. It did all kinds of things, jump, clap, dance, and more. So I had to make sure that it worked. She wanted to make sure the manual was in it. The manual was not in the pictures, but the manual was actually up in the back of the box, right behind here, behind the box. So I opened it and I looked inside and I seen that the manual was there, and I took a picture of that and sent that to her. And it took a day or two for her to make a decision, but it was her that actually purchased it. And she purchased it, I think, for $22 plus shipping. So it was a little over $30. I was just glad to see it go. It was a bigger item, taking up space, make room for more inventory. So, okay, there you have it. And that's all I have for you guys now. Thanks for watching. Remember what I said to be sure and hit the like button, hit the notification bell to get notified when I post new content. And thank you very much for watching and supporting my channel. All watches and comments and shares are greatly appreciated. And I hope everyone is staying safe, washing your hands, and staying inside. I'm out. Peace.